Here we go, team. Welcome back to a new video. Singapore Special Operations Task Force Selection, Episode 3, Uncommon Grit, Into the Deep. As always, check out the original video in the description. Go and give them a like, share, follow. And if you could do the same for us, I'd hugely appreciate it. And you can check out all our merch and our coffee over on our website. And check out the best supplements on the market over at Combat Fuel. And please, if you could, just comment below what your thoughts are. If you're liking the videos, what you want to see next. Any comments on the content as well. I always like to hear information on the units and the training that they're going through. But let's get into it.
For 2 weeks, these men are putting themselves through the toughest selection in the Singapore Armed Forces, the Joint Special Forces Selection. Passing it will give them a small foot in the door to continue their journey into the Special Forces Qualification Course before they become a Special Operations Task Force or SOTF trooper.
The intensity hit us a lot harder. The evolutions are more back-to-back. We're being faced with a lot more physical challenge before and after each evolution. It really pushes us much further.
At the end of the week, how many will be left standing to continue this journey? Another day, another set of evolutions that will determine who stays and who goes. Into their second week of selection, the tests become more grueling and unpredictable.
Look how they've got them moving once again, putting them under pressure and pre-fatiguing them before they even get to any evolution. Sort of bear crawling in full kit, and you've got their sort of drill weapons there as well. All about pre-fatiguing them, okay? They want to put you under pressure.
The candidate numbers have dwindled to less than half.
So less than half in the first week, over 50% have dropped out. Pretty normal on these types of selections and these types of courses. A standard one in the regular army, you would nowhere near get anything like that. But when it comes to sort of special forces, special operations, you definitely get a high dropout. Once one goes, more start going. They just don't want to be that first person.
And the most difficult part of these tests?
The most difficult part? The warm-up.
Some of them ain't doing that properly there, are they? Full extension.
Today the candidates will go through a trial that will test their ability to adapt to a different environment.
Today is the water and height confidence test. Basically what we want to see is that the trainees are confident in water and that they are able to overcome their fears. It's just a baseline for us to gauge like how confident they are in water and in uncomfortable situations.
They also want to see how we react to word of commands, okay? So when they say go, you're going to go. So whether you have to jump off a boat, whether you have to parachute in, whether you have to run out of a door when there's bullets flying around, when they say the word of command go, or whatever word they use here, they want to know that you go straight away, that there's no hesitation.
An SOTF trooper has to be able to traverse comfortably in any environment, on land, in the air, and in water. As part of the test, the soldiers will need to swim almost non-stop for several laps, carrying a heavy load. This may be a walk in the park for a naval diver, but still, the constant back-to-back tests of varying degree and intensity will see if these soldiers can ace this test. Failing this means elimination from the selection, and the candidates know it.
Actually, before I came for selection, today's evolution was the one I was most afraid of, because when I was training for this whole selection, swimming was my weakest.
That would mostly be my weakest.
So my morale is high, I'm going to push through.
This evolution particularly is quite unique. It doesn't matter whether you're such a strong swimmer, you need to be able to navigate your equipment well, be confident underwater, be able to not panic and keep calm.
That's the biggest one, isn't it? When people get into water, they just panic. They like just start flapping around, they start breathing heavy, hyperventilating. It's all about slow that breathing down, calm yourself down, because if you panic in water, you're in the shit.
The little rest in between the swims and the intensity of the test takes a toll on some.
You just don't want to see them quitting. You just want them to suck it up and just push through.
The combat swim was something that I couldn't clear until the last day of my prep. So today is the first time I actually cleared the swim. It feels good, but still, my heart is still beating fast.
I found myself struggling during the combat swim, and I could see there was really quite a distance to go. However, I knew that I had to complete this as a veto evolution, so I really had to push myself to finish.
Sort of push you off anyway. You don't get a chance.
Passing this evolution was a big step for me. I'm very glad to have completed it. Underwater confidence is a significant challenge, so I feel like having passed this, I'm going into the next evolutions confident.
So I know that a lot of people, when I was looking at SBS Special Boat Service, I was speaking to a couple of people down there in Poole, and there was a lot of people, especially obviously from the army side, because you get a lot of Marines going, that were failing because of the swim test. And it's most probably one thing you don't really want to fail on out of everything that's down there. Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy, but you've got to do the briefing course and then the pre-selection. You're going to get beasted around the hills, along the coast down sort of Bournemouth, Lulworth sort of area. You don't really want to be failing on the swim side because you're getting thrashed every day. Mental pressure, physical stress, other tests. And obviously swimming is hard. But it's just, I wouldn't say it's one thing you really want to fail on. So it would be my weakest. So I knew when I was looking to go for it, I was constantly smashing my swimming. And I think that's what you really need to do, because that one day where you just do those swimming tests, you don't really want to fail on that. If you're doing the hills constantly and your navving fails a bit, or you get really fatigued, then maybe, or you fail on mental attitude, etc., discipline, or they just don't think your personality fits, then yeah, you can't do anything about that. But I think just swimming is one you don't really want to fail on. But I know when it comes to SBS, quite a few of the army guys did. I don't know if they still do, whether they've got better at that. Sirens going again.
As another day and another test end, the candidates know that the selection is going to get tougher, but they're prepared.
I think we're going through one evolution at a time. After every evolution is just one down and one less evolution.
What is that badge he's got then? Is he a diver? Looks like, yeah, he's a naval diver, isn't he?
The more patient and just pushing on to the end.
That's like a really good way to do it, is one evolution at a time. So same whether it's you're in basic training, first initial training of military, Marine Corps, Navy, RAF, Army, whatever it is you're looking to join. You're on a course, just do it one day at a time. Who cares what's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? You got an exercise coming up, you got a physical test. Just don't care. Don't worry about it. What's happening today? Okay, let's get through today. Get yourself in bed. Wake up tomorrow, they're going to tell you what's happening, or they might tell you the night before. Okay, that's the next goal. Let's just worry about that. You don't need to worry. So many people are like, oh, we've got this coming up. It's so bad. I've heard so many things about it. And then they get there. A lot of time, it's not as bad as what they think. Just worry about the now. Worry about the today. If you can wake up in the morning, and then if you can get yourself in bed that night and you're still there, you're winning. Don't worry about the next day. And like I said with the swimming, just hammer your swimming. So many people struggle on swimming when it comes to the military. Really hammer your swimming and practice, and you'll be totally fine. Right, don't let that one thing, don't fail on swimming when you're getting thrashed every day. You've got NavXs, you've got orienteering, you've got running around, you've got weapon handling. Like, just make sure your swimming's sorted so you can concentrate on the rest, because normally swimming's not too involved, obviously, unless you're joining like the special boat service, but that's more the divers at the end. The actual selection is the same as 2-2 SAS. So you have your standard sort of swim test, and then the rest you want to worry about the rest. You don't really want to worry about your swimming. So make sure you concentrate on that, and make sure every day take it as it comes. But hopefully you're enjoying these episodes. I really want to see sort of the badges a little bit more. I have been watching it in the 3 episodes. You've got different wings there. You've got the naval diver. I'd love to see these badges. I might pause them in the next episode. I'd love to get some sent out to me if you can. Give us a message on Instagram if you can get some badges out sent to me. I really want to start collecting them. I'm going to get a PO box set up at some point so you can all start sending me badges. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.